water main stuff, you're going to see that, here's the first page of the water main, you're going to see that there's a valve and it gives you just one distance. So if you get the main located and you do an arc, and where the arc crosses and hits that, that's where the valve's going to be located, right? You can do other ones measured off of there and there as well if you want to. But generally speaking, if you do this one and you locate the valve, but what I really want to get at is you're going to see all these things are T's, right? You got T's and elbows. So you got a connection point there that is kind of like this. It's a T. And then you got elbows, right? That thing's an elbow. So it's a change in direction of the pipe. So when it gives you a dimension, you'll see that there's a dimension that it's going to give. That 19.4 is off the pin, and it's to the middle of the T right there. That's where that would be. The T's are kind of like this, and they got a little flange on them, same as this guy and this guy. So the dimension is going to be to the intersection of those two lines. Okay, so that's what they're measuring on site. Boom. The 19.4 goes to there. It doesn't go to the edge of the flange, it goes to the intersection. Just all those arrows going into one place won't look good. Same thing here. The elbow is that where the elbow lands, not the flange, even though it looks like it's to the flange, right? But it's going to the center of the elbow. Okay, so as long as you know that when you're measuring these things up here 1 inch, no, it's going to where the line would meet, okay? All right, so this one's tricky. You got a T and an elbow at that intersection, okay? And then you've also got a valve located there. So it's giving you the distances. To the valve, it's to the center. The elbow, it's to the elbow, right? And to the T, it's where they intersect for those dimensions, okay? And we will be putting our little T's and elbows on our drawing, so it looks a little something like this, where you can over exaggerate a little bit, right? We just want a valve. Okay, so those are the tips on getting a water main in place. And that's it for the getting your mains put in place. And then you have laterals, they call them. And so the lateral is just something that goes perpendicular off of the main line. So this would be the main. So you got your storm, right? You got your storm lateral, a little out of focus, but storm lateral. Okay, I get you to do 1 page of notes from each one of the mains. Your storm, your sanitary, and your water main. I do take 1 page out of the exercise and I make you do some laterals. So you'll just take and you will measure off of the manhole. You'll have that located off of the storm. You measure along 17.7 meters and you measure along 20 meters. And that's where the laterals go off of the main. And then off of the property line, you'll measure 10.1. And off the property line, you'll measure 9.4, and that's where it connects up. So you'll just join the two dots. You found the dots in space, boom, boom, and then you'll just draw them in. So it's just a hidden line with a little cap on the end of it, Okay, so that's the storm line going into the property. The property will get built, and they'll connect into that storm line. They'll connect like we did our drain tile on our house, like you do, a little drain tile around the house, and then they bring that out and connect into it. And the water around the house doesn't go into the basement, it goes out to the storm, air, boom, and away. Okay, so that's the storm laterals, the sanitary, the sewer, sanitary sewer. You got 1, 2, and 3. These ones aren't part of it. They're not going to anything, so they're not part of it. So you do 1, 2, 3 laterals into the property, and you'll locate where they are. Okay, so there it is, measurements along the line. This one, of course, you're not doing, but you just have to add those 2 up. And there's the lateral going in, and then off of the property line. Off of the property line is where it connects up. Okay, this one, the angles, don't worry about the angles. It's just kind of represent that best you can. Just where it comes in, really that's the key point, because that's where they'll want to start digging, right, off of the property line. They want to start digging and find that when it comes, because these are all placed, and then they get backfilled over, and then this lot might not be built on for another 5 or 6 years, right? All they really want to know is that information. How it gets there is kind of not that important. It's important here for if the city's got to come and fix something out on the street, then they know where to start digging. So that's our little exercise. There's the water. So the water, I've just got 1, 2, and 3 for you to do. Okay, and it's the same thing. You're just finding it. I don't know where that point is. We'll just kind of do an elbow, and it's mainly that's the key thing, and that's the key thing where it's located. Something where they could find a point, but generally speaking, let's just do ours straight in, and you got to locate laterals before they backfill so that they know where they are on the property line. That's the key thing. Okay. All right. So that's the as-built way in which the technique that you use to do the drafting for the as-built additions to your drawing. Okay, happy drawing, everybody.